I mean, if that guy got that huge camper in there,
Well, yeah.
his will be cake. Cause he says his is 30 foot also, but I don't know about that. It doesn't look like it's 30 feet.
I mean, if it's just him and Gillian, he doesn't need to open the tent stuff.
You could open the front one.
Yeah. As long as Rob is happy with rustic.
I'm just happy with rustic.
Russell Street and his daughter Charity want to come together on the cottage.
Yes, truck, you do not have anything attached to you. Amazing, right? Like an hour later. No, 40 minutes. 40.
I mean, you had to do a major cleaning in the bathroom. It is what it is.
What's the matter, my love?
No. I already, told you about some of it. You just...
Why are you mopey?
I'm not mopey. I don't feel mopey. I feel like well, he went around, didn't he? Said he went all out. Skeletons, coffins. So that's that motorhome that came in here.
Yeah. But it wasn't what I thought it was. They're still here.
Yeah, they got rid of the other thing. Wasn't there something else?
Pop up.
I mean, I just, like, Robert wants to do Mini Lounge in 2 weeks. We don't even know if we can do it anymore. I mean, I guess I could try and figure it out. If there are all kinds of upgrades to 3CX, it may help.
Hey, Gord.
Hey, Gord. I'm sorry, I didn't even know she had the thing on.
Why is Rob not here? Did he get to know that he's fired? I don't know. No idea. No idea.
Maybe he's villaining this weekend. Did see something on his feed that he was on the train again, but I don't know how old it was. Bye, birds.
Bye, birdies. Be back next week.
We had to clean out the bird feeder. It was like all
Wet.
wet and there. Icky.
Icky birds.
So now they have all fresh food.
They ate the entire suet cake.
Yeah.
Brought the sun with you.
I did.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Now we gotta go home.
If we get one Saturday like this, it would be amazing.
Why?
I
Why is it
know.
always like that?
We were
Every
gone for
weekend.
we were gone for 2 weeks out of state.
Yeah.
Didn't rain a drop.
It didn't rain a drop.
No,
No,
well, last
you've
weekend
been lucky.
we were in upstate New York last weekend by like Thousand Islands, and it was like this the entire weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But every time we come here, it's shit.
Well, the only day it rained was when we were in
The only
Maryland.
that rained is when we got into like lower Vermont coming into
Or-
New York
Or when we were in Maryland at the.
and Maryland a little bit, but
Wow.
that was it.
That was nice.
That was it. Nice weather like this. It was warm in Michigan. It was like 81 all weekend in Michigan.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
But of course here is shit.
Yes.
And I saw the posts of people like, well, it's a crappy weekend. Or
Yeah, always.
They still did that crawl. It looked like monsoon pictures.
I saw I was laughing. I was like, you people are nuts.
Yeah, people are not
And they're making up
cool.
for it this weekend.
Yeah.
I'll see you later.
see you
Yeah.
later.
Yeah. Ward says that's his neck of the woods, Thousand Islands.
It's what?
Thousand Islands were those, where, what's his name? I guess that's his son-in-law? The trooper? I call him.
Oh, yeah, because that's his daughter.
Yeah,
She's the one that always hangs out with her mom.
yeah. So, yeah, they missed all the rain here because they were up by you. So, the truck thinks it's missing something.
Yeah, right? Chuck's like, whoa, I got no weight behind me.
We did all right coming back. At the last fuel stop, I managed to get 12 and a half miles in a gallon pulling a trailer. There's not a lot of hills down here, but so. And then, I don't know if you were in when we were leaving Vermont, but we got up into the mountains up there. It was foggy as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I'm thinking that when that GPS said that we should have gone up and hit.
Can't go up north to come back south.
Yeah, but the thing is that I think it was going to send us across the bridge that we normally come down and then
All right.
across to and then over that way.
Well, we learned. I mean, you know,
It was okay. I mean, you know.
I just couldn't figure out why it was sending us north And then I forgot, oh, it wants us to go back across
Yeah.
instead of going, south. So,
So wasn't a big deal. We ran into some traffic, but we probably would have run into traffic anywhere.
yeah. So it took us 12 hours to get home instead of 8.
Yeah. Yeah, it was very foggy in the morning, coming down 91. And it rained a little.
So technically the truck was in New Hampshire, Connecticut and New York. So I scratched them off of the
We didn't go to New Hampshire. Could have.
We could have went to New Hampshire, yeah. But if the trailer put its tires in the state, it was there.
We were looking at the site that's across the street from us. It's kind of odd shaped, but I think you'd fit in there. I don't know.
This guy put a 35-foot camper in there.
The only disadvantage is that Rob would be in the cabin behind you, so I don't know if you'd have to worry about Kale, but God only knows what you might have to worry about.
Gord's like, I'm also odd shaped.
Oh, hey Gord, let us know when that card arrives. Just out of curiosity, we mailed it from Vermont, so
It should be only a few days, I would think.
yeah. Yeah, she asked what was in it. We told her. She didn't fill out a customs form or anything. So.
He's gonna bust my chops because I spelled his last name wrong. I put an EA and instead of
Did you really do that?
I did not on purpose either.
I'm sorry, Gordon. Really, that's because she had it like right in front of her, and I gave her.
No, on his Instagram it says Gordon Gillan. It doesn't say Gord Chicken.
No, it's on his Facebook page.
Yeah, well, I was gonna go dig in.
No, you were gonna dig.
I guess.
You just insult the guy because it's gonna send you a speak and spell.
I put an EA instead of just an E, so I think you gained an extra letter.
Do you know how much ink you have to use out of your pen in a year for an extra letter? Really?
It wasn't on purpose. It's not like I missed a letter.
So we sat with Campground Bruce and
Charity!
Hi, Charity.
On the way home.
It says it's the same as chicken, but QU instead of a K.
Gotcha. Okay. That helps.
C-Q-U-E-N.
Yeah. I got the Q in there. Not sure if I got the C in there.
It's like my buddy John Disick. He's got
56 letters.
He's got. He doesn't have 56 letters, but I think he has one vowel and 8 consonants.
He's got letters that don't
go together.
They're not supposed to be next to each other. Like a D and a Z and letters you don't even pronounce. And I looked at his name the first time Jim showed it to me, and I was like, "This is." It's like, yeah, Disick. I'm like, maybe that's just the easy way to say it. I don't know. So the camper is tucked into its site.
Took us a few minutes, but got it in there.
On the same exact tire tracks that we took it off of.
Damn near.
Only
I found out that with all of this rain and stuff, that I didn't have to level it right to left this time. Apparently it filled in.
Settled.
And it's 3/4 of an inch low on one side. I figured the board is bigger than that. Hi, Charity. Yes, we're going north, going back home. I probably have an entire box full of mail to go through. My son has a soccer game tonight. So
this morning, so we're a little later than normal.
Well, yeah, I mean, we really didn't Swiffer the floor while we were away. We swept a
No, we
lot.
swept it. We didn't Swiffer.
So,
That would have been a lot of Swiffer pants.
yeah.
I did have to clean the vent off of the front of the converter panel, though, because that's full of dust.
Oh, yeah?
And
No.
we don't need the fan blowing out on that thing.
No. NG. So,
Still got this stupid temporary traffic
well, they
light
had to
up.
build both sides of the bridge. So they did one side, and now they're doing the other side. And then they probably lost some time because
The rain.
yeah, you can't really do concrete work and stuff when it's pouring like that. Although we don't see much remnants of like flooding or anything down here. We saw a couple places where there was water where there isn't any, but it was one across the road. They'd have to go back today and get a few things we left and wash the truck.
Yeah, I got it. The inside of this truck is filthy.
Or it's just the weather was rainy and the 50s next week, working during the weekend after that, and then all the campgrounds are closed. I guess I'm done for the season. Yeah, we'll be winterizing and stuff
On the
last
29th.
weekend, the 29th. Taking all this stuff out that we don't like to leave in the trailer over the winter.
We got our 2 free gallons antifreeze.
Yeah, so I don't have to buy any antifreeze. Do have to buy some damper though, and we forgot last year.
Sure, yeah.
I put it on the shopping list for next week. Well, at least it'll clean all that smoke out of the air up there.
Yeah, it was pretty smoky the day after we went to Mansfield.
Yeah.
Well, even the day we went, one side of the mountain was
Clear, and the
clear,
other side was smoky. But it was much better than it was the last time. Hopefully over the winter they'll put all of those stuff out and then we'll get some It's like right away, you know, it's been really crappy up there today, or yeah, it's a good day.
what was this, $42?
Yeah, for the two of us in the truck. And that they recommend four-wheel drive on the truck. You don't really need it.
But the road after like
the
what do you say, quarter mile is pavement, and then it's gravel all the way the rest of the way
yeah,
up.
gravel and kind of, you know, I think the last time we went up there, it didn't rain the night before or something, and we came down and the truck was a mess.
Yeah.
You know, but it's the price you pay. Yeah, you know what, Charity? It's really not that much of a pain. I mean, I bring an air compressor down, we blow all the air line so there's no more water coming out. I drain the water heater, blow that out, and we put antifreeze in the traps, the antifreeze in the fresh and the black tank.
And the gray.
I'm sorry, we don't put antifreeze in the fresh tank.
Yes, we do.
We do?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, you have to pump it from we pour it in from the outside, but
yeah. No, I
we
don't
usually
know.
don't, because the fresh tank is dry all the time. There's nothing in it, but because we have to drain the water out that's in there at the end of the season, which shouldn't be but maybe a couple gallons. But I would put some in there anyway, just to eat up any water that's maybe sitting at the bottom. Last thing we need to do is come back to a cracked tank.
It's portable antifreeze. I mean, I don't remember putting it in last year.
Not in the fresh tank.
In the fresh tank, I didn't remember putting it in. Now we used it, but we used it last year too.
Yeah.
So I'll just you know, I'll just drain it next week. And
They put it in there when we took delivery.
yeah, it was winterized. When we got it, it was winterized. And then we had to de-winterize everything but the freshwater tank, and then we had to re-winterize it again because we still had 2 more weeks. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, if there's, you know, a couple of drops in there. So what I'll do next week when I get up Saturday morning is I'll open the tank and drain whatever's out there. I mean, the last time we put water in it was at Dan's. We put 5 gallons of water in it.
Yeah.
And, you know, we've used it, you know, flush the toilet and you know, wash your hands and stuff. So there might be 2 gallons in there. So we'll just drain it out. I mean, I can even just leave the spigot open. Just have to make myself a note that it's open so when I put it back. So, but it's, you know, we have to do a really good flush on the black tank, and
Top, middle, and bottom.
yeah. So, I mean, we'll do, I don't know, maybe we'll do that next week.
Yeah, we were gone 2 weeks. I mean, the weather wasn't hot and crappy, but
Yeah, and we tried to clean, like we read a hack that you put Dawn dishwashing, like the small bottles, the Dawn dishwashing in the gray and the black, and then you put a couple of gallons of water in there, and it's supposed to swish it all around. So we did that before we left for Maryland, you know, and it, I mean,
created a lot of bubbles.
created a lot of bubbles and a lot of, you know, groundwater, but, you know, the sensors are all still screwed up. So I think the only way to clean them is to do it with the wand from the top.
Yeah, and then do the tank
And then
flush.
tank flush, and then a rhino, and
Rhino blessed.
it's all good.
Because the thing that sucks here is that because the camper sits on site all summer long, in the humidity and the heat, when we come into on a Friday, and you know, you go to use the bathroom, you put the chemicals in, and you get this lovely smell that just like overtakes the entire camper. So, and during the summer we try to do it like every other week just to stay on top of it. And then we use that Happy Camper stuff that works really well. Like, I bought a small container of it just to try it because people were raving about it.
Hi, Don.
Hey, Don. And it works great. Like, you don't get any kind of smell whatsoever. So I'm really impressed with that.
Yeah. So kind of jealous. You know, you get to use your trailer all year round. It's like once you're winterized, it's kind of a pain in the neck to come back, and especially if you're doing, like, you know, several people will say, oh, you should go to quartzsite. You know, take your 2 weeks and go to quartzsite.
It took us 2 weeks to just get out there.
Well, yeah, and the thing is,
you don't know what you're coming back to here.
right? I mean, you
don't know
you
what kind of
leave
weather
here,
you're gonna have.
yeah, you come back and you got a snowstorm, and they don't plow the campground.
Right.
So, and it's just, you know, I mean, we don't have that kind of experience with the trailer to pull it in the snow. You know, I mean, we watched Robert's latest post on Alaska, and we were sitting there kind of doing the math in our head, right? And we figured out that we couldn't do that trip.
Not with this truck.
Not with this truck, because we can't go far enough to make that long haul between the gas stations. Yeah, Gord says he doesn't want to drive in the snow either. Cold doesn't bother him. You'll need to do a trip halfway to see us. We want to see the Smokies. Yeah, I mean it's it's just like everything, right? It's time. I mean, Sonia's been with this company exactly 1 year, right? Pretty much.
It'll be a year tomorrow.
It'll be a year.
Tuesday.
It'll be a year on Tuesday, and she only gets 2 weeks vacation. And
I gotta wait 5 years for 3 weeks.
yeah, so I mean, she's kind of obligated to this M Series meetup. I know Kevin, she was one of the first people that, oh great.
What is going on here?
Memes bicycle, ride for bicycle things.
Oh, so the
They got the
traffic
traffic all slowed so that nobody runs over the bicyclists. Well, we'll have a good chance to see the
blueberries.
The blueberry bushes. I think carrying all that water is what really screwed up my gas mileage so bad. Yeah, I mean, really, well, I mean, I don't think you would have needed 50 gallons of water to boondock even 2 nights.
No.
Because what do you use it for, right? You're gonna make a cup of tea,
Wash the dishes.
if
you don't
clean it, use paper plates so you don't have to
paper plates and plastic utensils.
right. And then, or even if you use a
shower.
yeah, I mean, if you wanted to, take a shower, I mean, even a shower is only, if you do it right, is less than 5 gallons of water. And it just weighs so much,
Mm-hmm.
Plus, you don't get rid of the weight, right? Because you're using it out of the fresh tank, and it's either going in the black tank or the gray tank. So you're not getting rid of the weight by using the water.
Yeah.
You don't carry any water at all? Charity?
I make it a point to book campsites that have full hookups. So that we can, or at least a dump station, so that we can dump in the morning when we leave, and not have to carry that extra weight.
Yeah. But I mean, it's good to have. I mean, we put 5 gallons of water in it in
New York.
In New York State. So maybe when I drain the tank, maybe I'll just put the bucket underneath and see how much we actually used.
Just out of
curiosity,
Yeah.
Because I mean, we stopped a couple of times, and we used the toilet, and that's basically all you need. You need enough to run the pump to flush a toilet. Oh, they have she carries a gallon jug of water to use. Okay, that works too. Yeah, Gord said he got 8 miles to the gallon.
Really?
Instead of his normal 10 to 12. So, well, live and learn, right?
Yeah, and you don't learn things until you actually do them.
And 50 gallons of water must have taken you forever
Ever to
put in
fill.
the tank.
Yeah, it's a lot of water.
Because we have one of those reverse valves in the shower.
Yeah, which we can fill the fresh tank from the shower.
But even then, it's. And then the one time it was on the old trailer, I put water in it. I screwed up and ran the hose too fast and knocked the fill off. Luckily, the guy from the RV repair place was in the campground that day, and he says, oh, "I know exactly what it is," and he pulled it off and put it back on and fixed it. It didn't even charge us. Yeah, it just takes,
It could take an easy half an hour, 45 minutes to fill a tank like that.
I mean, we were, once again, we're listening to Robert, right? So he pulled the trailer all the way up to Dalton, and when they got to the top, both his tanks were full. So
What are you honking at?
there, somebody waving at somebody,
Yeah.
and then he couldn't dump up there.
Where you going, buddy? You ain't gonna go nowhere.
Yeah, you can't pass it. There's a police car up there.
What are you honking for?
Who the hell is shooting? That's what I want to
You're
know.
a freaking idiot, yo.
There's a
There's
police
fight
car up there. Or did they stop? Maybe they stopped. Yeah, I don't see the bikes.
I don't know what's going on. Oh, there they are. There's only a couple of them.
There's a water station up there somewhere.
Jesus Christmas. Honking ain't gonna get you anywhere. Idiots.
They put. Sorry, we were paying attention to something else. They had to fill up their freshwater tank before our trip, make sure the pump worked, and there was no need. Yeah. So, and then that's about what we got. He got around 11, Don said.
That's not too bad.
That's really not bad for that size trailer. And we put some water in an Elkhart because we knew we were going to boondock them. So 1,500 miles and some sort of hours of truck. Well, yeah, I haven't figured out how far we went yet. I'm thinking about things. We've had 2 long trips with this trailer, and then it sits the rest of the time. I did grease the wheel bearings before we left, but I'm just wondering if it's worth early in the season having the dealer come and just, or there's an IRE guy to come and just check, I mean, brakes sit and then you use them, the tires are all good. I mean, I looked those over really good.
That's because we keep the covers on.
We keep tire covers on when we're not.
So the sun doesn't beat on them. And the dry bottom.
I mean, now that we're back with the trailer, and we had really, other than that piece of 69 that we were all bouncing all over, we didn't.
Nothing broke.
Yeah, we didn't have cabinets open. And
We had one cabinet open, but
that was on that 69 trip.
yeah.
I mean, other than that,
No glass broke.
they didn't break any glass. They didn't break the stove. I have 2 screws that keep backing out of the stove. So, and I don't want to Loctite them because
You gotta clean under it.
yeah, you have to take it apart every once in a while to clean underneath. So I don't want to put like Loctite or anything on. So it's just something, when we get to where we're going, when I open the thing, if the screw's backed out, I screw it back in again. Then I had a
Clean out any residual sawdust that falls down.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna like clean out and pass through next week.
Can we not turn here? We cannot turn.
Can we not turn here?
Oh, I guess
Yes, we can. Thank you, sir. Still can't get used to these new uniforms. So,
You learn by doing things, you know. It's the best way to do it is to do and then go back and look at what you could have done better or what you know you did right, and you know.
Yeah. Actually, we do have the trip meter, the trip thing in the GPS, so that'll measure. I think that it recalls it. I have a few only in my stove.
What?
Wise ass. Jim has a few screws. Thanks, Gord. I love you too. Jerk. I was thinking all kinds of nice things about you, you know. Just ruined that.
You took his moment, Gord.
Took my moment. Yeah. So it's like, you know, I mean, we have that flat top griddle that Sonia wants me to use more, but I hate it.
Why do you?
It doesn't heat even. Like, you can see when I season it.
It looks like two boobies.
Yeah. It doesn't
when
heat
you
it.
season it and then you cook on it and then you clean it, it looks like two boobs.
So, I mean, maybe it depends on what the weather is here next week. Maybe next week I'll try and clean it one more time. And
You gotta keep it from rusting. I need to know.
I have to keep it seasoned, and then I guess I have to put a cover over it, like plastic, so that this stuff, that most of that's just dirt from riding around in there. We watch you all Drivestream when I'm starting to recognize the intersections we have to stop at. Yeah, and coming down here yesterday, we went in. We didn't come across this way. We went across. The road's a little wider
Through town.
So I don't know. We'll have to remember when Rob comes next year. He wants fresh blueberry milkshakes.
Now you have to go to Stewart's for his
Have to go to
blueberry
Stewart's
milkshake.
for blueberry milkshake. And then we had the unexpected detour through the middle of this small town in New York where there was supposed to be a Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah. When there wasn't a Dunkin' Donuts, so we had a lot of states lie to us this year.
Yeah. So yeah, this is the White Horse.
It's White Horse.
Yeah, this is called the White Horse Pike, or it's US 40.
The other one is the Black Horse Pike, which is
US
30.
And if you turn around and take the White Horse Pike all the way to the east, you end up in Atlantic City. Oh, this is 30. White House is 30. Black House is
40. Yeah. Oh, and then we went to the Dunkin' Donuts in Vermont. That girl was funny.
Oh yeah, the one time she didn't have the camera. We didn't do the camera yet, and you know, it was like we ordered. It was
Nobody made the drink.
nobody made the drink,
So she had to make it herself.
I
She
made the drink myself. I've been here since yesterday. This is my second job.
And then the bugs. Holy crap. Did you see the bugs? The entire front of my car had bugs.
Yeah.
She was funny. She's like, you can't even see my license plate. There's so many bugs. It's something with Dunkin' Donuts and the people that work there. Every time we go there, it's like a thing. Like, I don't know. Somebody has an issue and they vent to me. I don't get it. Oh, what the hell is going on here now? Traffic stop.
Maybe. Traffic stop or crash investigation or something. Holy mackerel. Let's see. Just take a rag with a few drops of oil, rub the griddle before putting it away. Not so much that it's greasy, but not perfectly dry. And if you season it, it shouldn't rust unless it gets moisture in it. Unless it's put away. Well, we keep it in that that pass-through.
It doesn't have a cover on it.
So I don't know. I asked Sonia. She's got nothing planned for next weekend, and probably time to do some trailer house mousing.
House mousing.
You know, I mean, the inside's pretty good. I just have to, I mean, it's really dirty. I don't know what the weather's going to be, whether I'll have to wash it again.
It's really not as bad as I thought it would be.
So, also do a good burn after you're done. That I do. Like a couple of times that I've used it, I really, heat it up real good. But I just, I got so used to cooking on the grill, because I could see. I mean, the grill we had for the Ultra literally fell apart. We used it so much it literally fell apart.
Man.
And
then when we got the trailer back from Indiana, they gave us a new one.
And then that when we traded it in because it was part of the trailer. Oh, and I think we told me we came home net one wheel chock.
Oh yeah, we came home with a. Yeah.
So there was this two big fifth wheels kind of catty corner across the street from us, and
they were like butt to butt.
Yeah, and they kind of like pulled out, and I noticed that the one guy, he ran over something. I don't know what it was. And then I'm looking, and what is this black thing? It's in the sight. So I walk over, and it was one of these really. I mean,
it was a rubber wheel chock.
But the heavy ones, So now I grab the chock and I turn around like I'm trying to run down. I figured I'd get them one of them, and they were gone.
They were like out the road.
So we told Mike, the owner, he says, well, finders keepers.
So we got a free wheel chock out of the trip.
So, but I really have to, I've been cleaning the pass-through out like in forever. Don said he left his griddle outside during the summer and got it rusted. I had to sand it and re-season it. Ours can get bad after setting up. We use a wire brush with our drill. And then Gord says mine's probably done. William doesn't want anything near the trailer since the incident.
Yeah.
Well, it does tell you. I mean, ours slides on that slide, right? And it's underneath the awning. And it does tell you, don't use anything flammable under here when the awning's out. Plus, all the grease gets up on the awning. So,
yeah, or the sidewall.
Yeah.
It's kind of a dumb place to put a griddle.
Yeah.
I think I would have preferred the swing out arm like we had on the last trailer for the bumper.
Yeah, it was a swing out arm mounted to the bumper, and you would swing that out and then mount the grill to it.
That's what the big trailer had there.
Yeah, that was pretty good. So, I don't know.
Well, you
place.
could very easily get an extension hose and hook it up to the second propane connection.
Yeah. Yeah, Charity says that we need a pop-up Blackstone like ours.
We don't need to go out enough to.
Well, I mean, you know, I mean, I could cook on the
You could
On
keep
the-
it on the site. You know,
on the what you call it. I could sit it on the wire reel to keep on to cook on.
Oh,
That's-
yeah.
But
What on the fire pit?
no, on the what you call it, the cable reel.
Oh, the table.
Yeah, the table. To do some maintenance on that too, I think.
Yeah, it's got to get re-shellacked.
Yeah.
Found that in the back of the campground. Repurpose.
There's kid with folding legs. I don't know. It's just, you know, I've got. I don't even know. To be honest with you, I don't even know what's in that pass-through other than the stuff I use all the time. You know,
Well, you cleaned it up before we left.
the pass-through. I didn't take everything out of the pass-through.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I got extra. I've got 2 sewer hoses, a long one and a regular one. I've got,
We got 3 sewer hoses.
well, one at the
One
trailer.
we bought in Vermont, the one that we use now, and the one that I made.
Yeah,
That's 3.
but they're not all in the pass-through. We're using one.
We're using one.
Yeah, and the other 2.
The other one we had with us.
Try not to confuse me. It's-
No, I'm trying to
yeah.
I'm not trying to confuse you on purpose.
Yeah, I'm thinking about maybe making 2 more pieces of 2x6 for leveling purposes. Because we put the tongue,
The folding table sitting in the storage box because we don't use
that's a nice table that Gord had.
that little one.
That little one that he made lunch.
Yeah.
It's like I said, I just want to, you know, if I've got stuff that I don't need to carry with me, you know. I mean, I took, I mean, you know, stupid little things. You know, we have an American flag that we keep up at the site. I was thinking about bringing it. I said, how am I gonna do anything with it? You know. So I put that in the storage bin. And, I left the bag for the trailer mirrors in the storage bin so that I wouldn't lose it. What the hell's going on here? Oh, pickle.
Piccolo. Did you ask?
I forgot where we were. I've been reading the chat.
Piccolo's mom. Holy crap.
Oh,
What are you doing? What are they giving away today?
I don't know. But here comes a bunch of guys that are going there. Hi, Carol.
She always says hi to you first.
She likes me.
I guess so.
Ozark Trail forwards down into a bag. $40 on Amazon. Yeah, look at that. They use the Anderson levelers. They work great. Hi, trailer. No, oh, trailer. That's Gord. Hi, trailer. We don't have the
We
trailer
don't have the
here.
trailer here with us. What is National Stick Your Nose Out into Traffic Day?
So, And as much as we bitched about how expensive gas here is, the cheapest gas we found was when we got home.
Yeah. And we stopped at a gas station in Massachusetts, and it was full serve in that town.
Yeah. Well, for that station, because they didn't have a they needed some sort of sprinkler suppression system or something. They didn't have one,
they
so
didn't
they had
have
to be attended.
He said it was a town.
Carol says that, you go right behind Jim's.
Wow.
Trust me, Carol. If that has something to do with how a woman knows her place, she's very non-traditional. 306. 306? Holy crap.
In Alabama?
Alabama. Yeah, they just raised the gas tax here 1 cent a gallon.
Again.
Well, they do it at least, they adjust it at least once a year. They passed the law, it was a referendum. So, like, the dumbass people in the state of New Jersey actually voted for this. So, they come up in the state budget with an amount of money that they need to maintain the roads out of the Transportation Trust Fund, which is funded from the gas tax. And at the end of the period, if they're short, they raise it, and if they go over, they lower it. They actually lowered it 2 years ago. They got, they got more money than they needed, so they actually lowered the gas tax for you. So
We used to have the lowest gas tax in the country.
yeah, well, and then politicians couldn't stand that.
God forbid. Oh,
Just below.
we haven't taxed that in forever. We must tax that.
Charity said it was just below Montgomery. It was $3.11 and 5 cents off with Good Sam.
Good, Sam. Sam is good.
Wow. I don't know. It was nice, kind of like escaping from the world for 2 weeks and not worrying about what politicians were doing, or
In a vacation for the vacation.
anyway. So we have some chores to do next week. We didn't even wash our picnic table. We left the picnic table covered, but of course there was no awning there for it to go under, and it rained all week, and it's just. So I guess first thing we do when we get there after we open the trailer is just gonna have to wash that off so she can do our live stream.
Yep.
So we went last night and sat with Campground Bruce and Lori and their friends around his fire. It was an interesting evening.
Come back in the campground just like went insane.
Now back to the salt mine, yeah. Not a care in the world, traveling in our RV, yeah. It's nice. Just need my ship to come in and not sink in port, I guess. I don't know if I could do traveling RVing all the time.
Yeah, the campground gossip. It wasn't so much the gossip as what actually happened. It was like Like I said, we came back and just everything fell apart. Just, oh my God, it was nuts. First of all, I was trying to figure out why the hell it was so damn busy. And then we figured out that everybody came down this weekend because it rained the last 2 weekends. And I was just like, oh my God. People went, like, insane last night.
And warn them that Rob was coming. Yeah, well, we'll warn them. We'll warn Francine next week because she's on vacation. So we'll tell her. We have friends
We have a
coming
bridge
in
coming.
July. Yeah, we have
August.
In August. We have friends coming in August. We expect the best of Campground and Walker. I want all the rowdies to be told to shut up and be human for a weekend. Ban all loud, rowdy children. You know.
Because Rob will want to throw him in the pool.
You know what? I don't think that's it. So, yeah, if you do come up, now that they have all the problems, the one thing they do have is a really nice pool. We've actually never even used it.
They have not.
They have a nice pool, and it's a very short walk from the campsite. And then,
Wow, Carol said I don't play well with others. No, that's Rob. It wasn't me that was causing trouble. It was everybody else that was causing trouble. We sit on our little patch of dirt, mind our own damn business, don't say a word, while the world just like falls apart around us.
yeah.
I mean, the campground is small. There's only like 160 sites in the whole campground, so between 160 and 200. It's not all that big. So sometimes, whatever hooting and hollering and partying they're doing in the back of the campground, you can hear in the front of the campground.
But I will say this, 11 o'clock is quiet hour, and 99% of the time, 11 o'clock,
You're quiet. Yeah.
they knock it off.
Doesn't mean you have to go back in your camper. You can still sit
Yeah,
out.
you can sit around the fire. They just want you to, it's 11 o'clock. Knock it off. And then they're supposed to have, the kids are supposed to be back on their sites by 9 or supervised by an adult under a certain age.
16.
Under 16, the 16 and 17-year-olds, they can stay out till 10-ish, I think 10.
Charity said she's going to tease Rob on the playground. Wow. She's a bully.
Yeah, Ford says he can been on the road 24/7. Glenn, not so much, but we do put a lot of miles on. Well, I mean, I enjoy the seasonal site, and then we take those 2 weeks every year and go someplace in Michigan.
The worst part of the whole trip is the beginning part before Michigan. Like, where are we going to go before we go to Michigan?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was doing the other night. I was texting with you, Gordon. I'm trying to figure out what's the most direct, quickest route to get to Vermont. And
Jesus, old man. Slam on your brakes.
Going across that little piece of Canada, it takes that whole thing out about going all the way down around the bottom of the Great Lakes, and then coming back up.
But not going on the 401.
But and staying off 401. Well, after I'll be on the 401 for I think a tiny bit, but not anywhere near Toronto. So. Or in somebody a cottage growing up. I was in one spot for 20 years. Liked to move around a bit. Too many interesting things and places. It's still. Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, growing up when I was young.
You don't grow up when you're old. Of course you grow up when you're young.
Thank you, love.
I love you so much. Growing up when I was young.
Yeah, we had a travel trailer. We went to Maine one year. We went to Gettysburg one year. I forget where else that we went. And then my parents found this campground that they liked. It was like near where my great aunt lived, and a lot of my mom's family, and so on. Once my dad stopped working shift work, we'd get in the car and go up. I had made friends up there. And then they moved from there. After we grew up, they moved from there up to a place in Sussex County. They bought a trailer bigger than the truck could tow. I mean, it wasn't like a park model or anything, but it was like 33 feet. My dad didn't have and then they just sold it. They sold the trailer, and then they moved they did some traveling afterwards. They went to Cape Cod a couple of times, and then they moved to Florida. But But it's pretty funny about, how things that we used to set the trailer up when I was like in my teens, that doesn't change. It's the same hookup procedure and takedown procedure, and, still remember the little, checklist. Well, we have, pin in the refrigerator, stairs in, doors locked,
You stole my lighter.
I did not.
Yours is red.
I swear I didn't.
Yeah, this is yours. That's what.
Ah.
Put yours in the door. There you go.
So.
Don said so.
Mom would take us to the beach. And for a weekend or a week. Yeah, when I was really young, my parents would take a week of vacation, and we would end up at my grandparents' house down on the shore. But it was okay. Go to the beach. We would go to, my grandfather had a boat.
Just when you're in Jersey, that's what you do.
Yeah. My grandmother was this awesome cook. Yeah, good. Usually a cheap motel where they stay. Of course, that's what you do,
A
right?
block in from the beach. That's what you do.
As what do you need? Bed and a bathroom.
See if the cows are out.
You're in a moo. Moo. One moo.
One
Oh,
moo.
no, there's some moo. Moo, 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 moo. Got a cow
One was by himself.
cow on Sentry.
Babe, you know where we made it to?
We'll have to ask Don. Don, where do you think we made it to? Don's not answering. I don't know why you don't. Why don't you join Coffee Rewards?
I did
Oh, so
a
how come
while
we don't,
ago.
how come we don't use it?
I don't know, because it, like, changed it around.
Oh.
Somebody answered.
Oh, she found Dunkin' Donuts. She at Dunkin' Donuts.
This is one we always hit on the way home.
Yep. Well, we try not to hit it. We do stop here. Order me a lemon loaf, please.
Good morning. What can I give for you?
Large frozen French vanilla and a lemon loaf, please.
In a lemon loop?
Yes.
Okay. Anything else?
I'm sorry?
Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
A lemon loaf.
For the loaf. Charity said don't get rear-ended.
You will try not to do that. There's no hitch to protect the truck this time.
Right?
Hello.
Morning, afternoon. Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, I said good morning instead of
Oh.
good afternoon.
It's okay. I think you're allowed to do that.
Am I? No, I'll be corrected. We're looking at Rob's stuff here.
There you go.
Thank you. I don't have to get out because we got a drive-through.
This is a
Hold on. She's just handing everything at one time. She's like, take it. I mean,
Sorry.
That's okay. One lemon loaf, one frozen French vanilla. Have a great day.
an iced lemon loaf cake.
Because they're yummy. They're tasty. They're the bomb diggity. Dog. Alright. The day is complete now. The day is complete. You don't know
What's
what
a lemon loaf?
You don't know what a lemon loaf is?
It's
It's iced lemon cake slices.
but it's made with like all natural.
It's really moist.
Yeah.
So take a lemon pound cake and put some lemon icing on it, and there's your lemon loaf.
There's your lemon loaf.
And then slice it up.
And they're very lemony.
Lemony, the more lemony, the better. Where is everybody going today? Lordy.
Piccadilly.
Apparently. not like they're even having a car show or anything. You're a pee-pee head. Come on, put your foot on the gas pedal. Push that gas pedal down. Push it down.
Push that pedal down.
I've been everywhere. You didn't even give me an icing part.
I knew you were going to say that.
So lemon-filled donuts are good. Anything is good. I've been everywhere. There we go, man. I've been everywhere. That's great. I really like to know how they get so moist, though. Moist. Tasty. Tastiness. Alright, you know what? You make your left turn. Somewhere. Somebody lost their pillow. Great, I got another taste of lemon loaf. Lemon loaf is not a biscuit.
No. As a matter of fact, it's probably the opposite of a biscuit.
Yes. Because it doesn't choke me when I eat it. It is not a biscuit. It's not made out of chalk. Or tumbleweeds. Oh, I got another piece? Wow, you're awesome. Pumpkins! Pumpkin. Duncan. Wine sap apples. Never heard of that brand.
Tomatoes. Mums. Jersey tomatoes.
Jersey sweet corn.
Jersey
Potatoes.
sweet potatoes. I didn't know we even grew sweet potatoes.
Neither did I.
And cucumbers, because cucumbers are better than men.
Cucumbers are better than men. Yes, you too, Pete, just say that. You are a pee-pee head. The biggest pee-pee head ever. They really need to get this intersection finished before the winter time. They've only been working on it all summer.
Mm. Two o'clock is the race. 2.
I thought it was 3.
Sunday, October 1, 1400. That would be 2 o'clock. Starting lineup. Kyle Larson is 4th. Oh, you told me this last
I
night.
told you that yesterday.
Yes.
I told you that yesterday. Yesterday. Charity didn't hear the biscuit comment, otherwise there would have been a whole bunch of noise in the chat.
Lemon loaf is not a biscuit. It's a loaf.
It's a loaf.
Loaf.
It's loafy.
Loafers make them.
They loaf around all day.
What are you talking about?
We were eating a lemon loaf, and I said it was very moist. It wasn't dry and chalky and tumbleweedy like a biscuit. It doesn't choke me.
You just have to have a biscuit the way Charity makes them, I think.
How did you get distracted? We are here. We are here in the YouTube world, woman, and she had the nerve to get distracted.
Focus!
Focus, lady. Focus. Biscuits are not moist. They choke you.
Once again,
This is the same intersection we had the last biscuit conversation. It's like deja vu.
Charity, you're just going to have to practice biscuits in the RV so that the next time that we're together, if you come up and you go to the not the cabin, but the cottage, they have like an actual real stove in there, and I'll bet you that I have what you need to make biscuits.
They're flaky and fluffy, she says.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but they have no taste whatsoever unless you put something on them.
Well, you have to put something on them. That's federal law. You have to put either butter or gravy on them.
I don't like soggy bread, so I'll put butter on it.
You got a chicken and biscuits? Oh, that's what
Chicken and waffles.
Hey, Nate. How are you, pal?
Look, we could forever have the biscuit debate just as much as we have the pineapple on pizza debate. 4 years and we still have the pineapple on
They
pizza
do
debate.
have taste. Y'all are missing out. See, the thing is that you've just had biscuits from places like KFC. You've never had biscuits that were homemade by somebody that knows what they're doing. That's, it's kind of like kale.
Kale. I can't believe that Lori likes kale. Our own campground neighbor likes kale. I'm not telling that to Fatima.
She'll be sending us cases.
I'm not telling
Here's
that to
here's the thing we're paying for you in a case of kale for Lori.
Wow, I went up a whole penny.
That's tax. Today's the 1st.
Well, hurrah. Hurrah for the 1st. Mustard greens. What?
And collards. Now, I don't think I've ever had mustard greens or collards.
Collard greens?
Collard greens, yeah.
You might as well just take a sock and put it in a pot of boiling water and there's your collard greens.
You're lucky that Charity doesn't like to fly. She'd be making airplanes right up here to come and whack you.
You got the longest what in the universe. Okay, look.
But you don't like oysters. Well, you've never had oysters.
I don't even. Hey, can't chew an oyster.
No, you're not supposed
You
to.
can die from eating an oyster.
No.
I just can't with you two, she says. Look,
I didn't say anything bad about it. I just said I'd never had them. You can go to like, they're big here if you go to a quote soul food restaurant, you can get collard greens.
Collard greens,
yeah. But I've never really, it's like everything else, right? You know, like my mother used to make venison because my father would go hunting every year, and his mother, like, I can eat that.
your grandmother.
My grandmother. Well, as opposed to my mother's stepmother, who I was speaking about earlier.
Right.
In case people were not being distracted.
Yeah, because you can't be distracted.
She's gonna mail us some greens.
And
Y'all better mail me some directions on how to make it, because I haven't a clue. I know that it's got something to do with bacon fat, I think, or fat back. Anyway, so unbeknownst, I don't know how it happened, but my mother made venison steaks for dinner one night, and my grandparents came over, and my grandmother started raving about how great this steak was. And, and my mother didn't dare tell it was venison, but she knew how to make it because she grew up in a family that hunted, and you know.
You know what collard greens look like when you put them in a frying pan?
Do you know what they look like?
Yes, I've seen pictures and videos.
You've seen pictures.
Yes.
You sound like George Carlin.
I've seen pictures.
Is there a
and
picture of
video
that on the
collard
box?
greens.
I don't think that looks right.
I think collard greens are an acquired taste. So therefore, I do not have to try them. It looks like the same thing as when you take any kind of other leafy vegetable. Leafy.
I've got some good canned greens I can see. I mean, like canned that you buy in the store?
No, she probably can't.
She can't send me canned stuff in the mail. It comes in a glass bottle. I'll get a glass bottle broken and all the collard green juice run out.
Yeah, they wilt down and they look nasty. It's definitely going to be a texture thing. Yep, I can see it now. It's going to be a texture.
It might, because you don't like spinach either. It's got the texture of spinach.
It just doesn't even...
Frozen spinach. Fresh spinach has a different... Like, you would probably be okay with fresh spinach like in a salad that's not cooked.
Yeah, lots of things have to be raw.
I'll do a live next time when I'm at Walmart. There you go. You know what they call that? Content.
Content. Collard greens are yummy. Oh my god.
Collards with cornbread. Yeah, I like cornbread too, but it's got to be it's got to be made. It's got to be moist. I don't like it when it's
Cornbread and me with
we had this friend of ours.
and me with the biscuits.
I had this lady from Eastern Star, and she was from, I don't know, she was North Carolina or Georgia or something. She can make cornbread. We'd have a progressive dinner, and I'd call Hetty up and say, "You are making cornbread, right?"
She died, right?
Yeah. Don't listen to y'all. Charity makes homemade cornbread too.
Don said don't listen to her.
I don't know. My dad's grandmother was from Germany, and she used to make something called case noodles from
They
scratch.
are, John. Thank you. Thank you. They are nasty.
And nobody can find the recipe. And my father went nuts to look for it, and nobody had it. So, but I understand that they were, just out of this world.
I mean, I like raw green peppers, but I won't eat them cooked because I don't like the texture of them when they're cooked.
It's a texture thing.
It's a texture thing. And they just sitting there they're talking about food again.
Put some fat back on them, collards, and your business. Yeah. Fat back is kind of like the trimmings from the bacon, the white. Yeah. Yeah, you're supposed to cook them in. It has something to do with cooking them in bacon fat, but I've never done it, so I don't know how to,
Why would you abuse bacon like that?
because everything's better with bacon.
I don't know about all that now.
Yeah.
Bacon is good by itself. It doesn't.
That's true, it is, but as it is a major food group, you can pair it with lots of things.
That's a major food.
Sausage balls. Real.
Whoa. Easy.
Have you ever had sausage balls? That's kind of hard to say because they're called so many things in different, I mean, I've been to an Italian restaurant and they've had sausage meatballs, but they're sausages supposed to be called. So it's kind of hard to say if I've ever had them, the way that you would make them, Charity, because they get made in, stuff gets made in different ways in different parts of the country.
Are they like fleshy light balls?
No, they're sausage balls. By the indication of the name, a major ingredient probably has something to do with sausage.
So they don't flash different colors.
Yeah. I mean, even if you came up and I took you to the supermarket, you might not be able to get the ingredients that you need to make
Stuff that you make at
stuff
home.
that I mean, cornbread. You can,
It's pretty universal.
you can get, but something like sausage, you can't get maybe you can't get the seasoning, or you can't get the particular type of sausage. Doesn't make any difference.
Yeah, I know.
You just might have to stop if somebody needs a ticket.
Nobody needed a ticket. Good.
It's biscuit batter, ground sausage rolled up in a ball. When the hell? You know what? I've had something like that, but I don't think they were called sausage balls. But I know what it is now. Yes, had them.
I like sausage stuffing.
This is kind of like. I think you'd like this.
Is that really spicy? Like that spicy
Well,
sausage,
whatever
like that
kind-
Jimmy Dean
It depends.
type of sausage that you would use for stuffing?
No, it's probably.
I like Jimmy Dean sausage.
She just uses Jimmy Dean sausage.
Whatever the sausage is that you make sausage stuffing with, that my mother does, it's like amazing.
Yeah, it's biscuit batter and sausage, and then you bake it, right? I mean,
But why does it have to be biscuit batter? Why
because
can't
that's
it be like pancake batter?
because you can't bake pancake batter. It's like if I baked pancake batter and made it to the consistency where you could put it in the balls, it would be it would be a biscuit. Would, because you have to have so much moisture in
And then you can
pancake.
put maple syrup on it, and then it'll be really yummy.
You could put maple syrup on it, but you can't pour it. It would be kind of like something you could dip in, because you wouldn't want to over. sausage, Bisquick, and cheese.
Bisquick was that?
Bisquick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of cheese? Cheddar?
Any kind of cheese you want.
They sound good.
You can't. I don't think it would be really good with like mozzarella or a really soft cheese that melts on it. I think cheddar or
It might even
something.
be better with something that melts like mozzarella.
No, I don't think so. It would overwhelm it. I don't know.
Well, you don't put a whole lot in there, just enough to, you know.
Well, you know me.
But yeah, I know you with cheese is. Cheese on everything! Cheese!
Cheddar is best. Cheddar is best.
Cheddar is my favorite. The sharper, the better. In fact, that.
Did you
what was
bring
it?
that bag of stuff
Yes.
out of the refrigerator? We bought cheese up in Vermont from the Cabot distributor.
That, what was it? That not that prestige. What did he call it? That special stock cheese or whatever it was that he had samples of there.
Yeah.
That was really
Well,
good.
why didn't you tell me? But I bought some.
That was amazing. You didn't buy any cheese,
I didn't buy any cheese.
and you're a cheesehead too.
I am, but it's like I try not to buy things that I don't really sit there and eat, you know. And I can buy Cabot
In the store.
cheese in the grocery store. I mean, it's
This
you know,
was really
it's not like it's being shipped to California. It's you know.
And he said the best way to eat cheese is at room temperature because it gets sharper as it sits out as it gets warmer.
Carol knows. Well, Carol knows. Well, she's from North Carolina, so she would know how to make all of that goodness. Southern goodness.
Yeah, you just have to watch Charity because propane gas cooks a lot slower than natural gas does, so it may take a little bit longer than usual. Being that you've probably never used your oven before, but
Yeah.
it does. There's a difference between cooking with propane gas and natural gas.
Yeah, I remember my mother, like on a Sunday morning towards the fall when it would get a little bit cool, she would bake muffins or something like that in the propane stove just to heat up the inside of the trailer so we didn't have to turn the furnace on. And they do take a little bit. You kind of have to watch them.
Yeah, it'll either burn really quick
Yeah.
or it will just take forever to
it's-
cook it all.
Yeah, it takes some practice to put
Yeah.
cooking. I mean,
That's why a lot of people, if they make a pizza in the oven, they'll use a pizza stone in their RV oven.
I don't know. I really like that convection oven in that
Yeah.
trailer. I mean, 40 minutes to do a 3-pound roast. That's like, I come out medium rare.
Rare is really good. Yeah.
Carol's got an electric stove.
Yeah, I don't know how electric cooks.
I cooked when I lived in Cranford. We had an electric stove and the temperature I find is extremely accurate. You know, if you set it for 375, that gets to be 375, not 376, because it turns the element on and off.
Right.
Where if you're cooking in a gas stove, it regulates the gas and it does it slower.
They have an electric stove. Yeah, see, we have gas at my house, so it's like. And unless you're Jim's son and you decide to put, what did he put in the oven?
The potty.
The training potty he put in the oven.
Luckily, it was clean.
That was a mess and a half.
They found a trick to cooking pizza I don't know. I have to either. I've tried to do the small pizzas in our
Air fryer.
air fryer convection oven, air fryer.
And
that's a
that with
convection
times
oven.
is not always accurate either.
And I've managed to destroy them twice.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm gonna either have do them using the microwave directions or figure out. And they tell you don't do them in you know, in a toaster oven. But this really isn't a toaster oven.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Pizzas are tough. I mean, you made that DiGiorno in the convection oven
Yeah.
that time. And I want to try a homemade pizza. Like, go get the Pillsbury pizza dough and the cheese and the sauce and the pepperoni slices and see how that goes.
It's gotta be small. It's not a full size oven, so it's gotta be small enough to. I mean, I could do it. You know, I have a full size oven at home. You microwave the pizza first, the thought, and then put it in the oven. Okay. I guess that would work, and then you have to adjust the baking time.
Yeah. Oh my God, Pillsbury's not pizza dough. It's the easy way to do it.
You can buy pre-made pizza dough.
Can you?
Yeah. I know we have. I don't know if you guys were in the chat the other day.
I thought you'd have to go to Pasta Rossi to get that.
No,
No?
no, you can get this. Tony Damien is coming to New York in November, and one of the things that she wants is a real
New York pizza.
New York pizza. Well, you know, you don't have to go to New York City in this area to get a New York pizza. So I said, well, you know, we'll come and get together, and I was gonna take her for her and her husband for Rodizio
Down neck.
down neck,
But she wants pizza.
but she wants pizza. I mean, there's a couple of famous places in New York where they so and so's genuine New York pizza.
Yeah. You have to go to Little Italy, I guess.
Yeah, you can go to Little Italy. You can get pretty good. The one good thing about New York is that it's got so many ethnic areas that if you want Italian food, okay, you know, you go to the appropriate ethnic area and you get really good Italian food. If you want Chinese food, you go to Chinatown, and they make, you know, they make really high quality Chinese food. Now, I've had them both, and a New York pizza is really, it's just the crust is very thin.
Yeah.
Okay, unless you're gonna have like Sicilian.
Right.
Sicilian is almost like a bread dough that's thickened, and they pile stuff on it. And I like Sicilian pizza. You know.
And it's shaped like a square instead of a triangle.
They make it in a square.
The place in Jamestown makes a really good thin crust pie.
Yeah, there's a
Pompeii.
Yeah, there's a thin crust, good quality pizza sauce, and then whatever toppings you want on it.
Although I will never get a sausage pie or sausage slices from Pompeii anymore because I don't like the sausage that they use. It doesn't taste right.
Okay. I mean, usually it's kind of like pepperoni for us. I like mushrooms, but she doesn't. But you can make a smorgasbord out of a pizza here.
Yeah.
Put anything on. Chicago, their pies are what they say they're deep dish. They, instead of just putting them like you'll see in the pizza maker, he'll take it, he'll make this dough, and he'll stretch it throw it in the air to get air in it and stuff, and then that just goes flat in the bottom of the pizza oven. Chicago pizza, they actually put it in a pan.
Yeah, it goes in a deep pan.
And that thick is that is very.
You get more dough than anything else.
Yeah, you get
very
more.
filling.
And but they were also big on toppings. You can put anything on a Chicago pie. And I've had them both, and you know, it's. I mean, I had Chicago pie in Chicago, and I've had they call New York pie. You know, I've had it here and in New York,
And you get a really good pizza on the boardwalk too. Believe it or not.
even on
They have really great pizza on the boardwalk.
yeah.
And
So
they're jumbo slices, like
yeah, they're really huge.
a 48-inch pie.
You know.
One slice and you're full.
I do know a lot about pizza making methods because you grow up with it.
Yeah.
You know, you go in there and you watch the guys make the pizza. And then I worked for a company before I went on the police department. I worked for a company that did it catered to mostly to pizza parlors. They sold, you know, pizza, you know, industrial size pizza sauce and, you know, stewed tomatoes and everything but fresh vegetables. They didn't do fresh vegetables.
And you go to Philly for the genuine Philly cheesesteaks.
Yeah, and
you get a Geno's and
Pat's.
And Pat's, yeah.
And
they're across the street from
right.
each other.
You know. And then there's a huge argument about which one is better.
Yeah.
But you know, Philly cheesesteaks are common. The difference between if you get a Philly cheesesteak here, and a Philly cheesesteak at either Pat's or Geno's, they cut the beef
right there in front. Yeah.
Well, they cut it right in front of you, but they also chop it a lot thinner.
Yeah.
You know, and then they have hot cheese that they pour on it instead of melting the cheese on the top of the sandwich like you would, like if you went to a pizza store or pizza shop and you got torpedo roll or sub roll, whatever it's called in your piece of the world, and then they they shove that in the pizza oven and they melt the cheese that way. And the pre-melted cheese I think is better because it gets rolled down inside of it.
Yeah.
You're making you hungry. Hot cheese. Yeah, and I don't even know what kind of cheese it is because it's yellow and it tastes great, and I've never asked them what kind of cheese it is, and I don't want to know because then it'll ruin it for me.
All right.
It's like someone was talking a couple of weeks ago about Velveeta cheese. Velveeta is not cheese,
no.
right? But for certain applications, it's like because it melts really easy. If you make Chef Boyardee pizza, it's green and if it's green, I hope you know which one. I have to wait for another comment because the heart is in front of probably an important word. Oh.
You make Chef Boyardee pizza
In the green box in the store.
in the green box.
Then I know.
At the store.
I hope you know what I mean. I've never had Chef Boyardee.
No.
You know, we have a brand up here called DiGiorno. That's pretty good. But it's all pre-made, and you take it, and you know, it's a full-size pizza, so you have to have a full-size oven to make it. And we did it. And it's, you know, and it's probably American cheese charity. I have no idea what it is. You know, sometimes it's better not to ask. What's in it? It's good.
It's good.
Just eat it.
Yeah.
You know? Just eat it. It's like we were sitting with Lori last night, and you know, she and Campground Bruce have decided to be like, eating a lot healthier, and they found this app called Yuck.
Yep, adapters.
And it if you scan the QR, the
Barcode.
UPC code in this app, it'll tell you, it'll rate it, whether it's like healthy, unhealthy, this shit will kill you, and it's like,
That would just destroy my menu.
well, I don't know that it would destroy your menu, but the thing is that, whose opinion of it is this stuff is bad?
Yeah.
4 guys smoking doobies in California. Oh, wait a minute. This is bad for you. I don't trust anything that comes out of California. Freaking granola land. Jerks. 44% of the troubles in the United States come from California.
I would say more like 80. I think 44 is kind of low.
No, they do make some good wine.
That could be included in the other 20%. Wine and grapes. Maybe. That's about
Didn't
it.
they make SpaghettiOs? Chef Boyardee did, yeah. They still make them.
Not in Arkansas, but
The interesting thing is that Chef Boyardee was a real guy.
Boyardee was it?
Boyardee was his name, with an
Boyardee.
I, and then when he marketed, they didn't, because nobody could say it, so then they spread it out as Chef Boyardee. But he was a real guy. Just like Colonel Sanders was a real guy. Guy.
It's a guy.
Guy.
Garbage. Looking at it for
You're smoking my cigarette.
I told you those were the ones
Oh,
I
oh,
accidentally cooked. We already. He was a guy. A guy who knows a guy.
They hated the original KFC in Kentucky. Did they do anything special here, or was it just a regular menu, Charity? Because that's like a real restaurant. "47 herbs and spices done in a pressure cooker." Why I won't eat the crispy chicken, because that's not real KFC.
What the?
The extra crispy,
Oh.
it's not real KFC. It was a sit-down KFC, and it's a museum. Okay.
Ba-do-ba-da-ba.
A sit-down KFC.
Aren't they all sit down KFC?
I mean, did they come to the table and like take your order and stuff, or did you
Stuff.
go to the counter and stuff? Because I'd say it was the original one. They probably,
Shake Shack.
yeah, they put a Shake Shack in the
Vauxhall West area.
Vauxhall Russ area.
Or is it a steak and shake? It's a Shake Shack.
I think it's a Shake Shack.
People were complaining on the Facebook page that they closed the restaurant at like 9 o'clock or something like that.
Oh yeah?
It's a rest area. It should be open 24/7.
Should be. I mean, okay, you know,
Maybe they don't
reduce.
get robbed or something.
Yeah.
I called it when they put that Wawa on the highway. I knew that it would get hit eventually, and it did twice.
It did. Yeah, when you're 4 minutes from Newark, going in the right direction. We ordered at the counter and took our stuff to the table, but the whole restaurant is a museum. Oh, okay. Well, okay.
And stuff.
And stuff. The Joyce Kilmer service there, right?
You know she was.
She's a poet.
Oh, what?
She's a poet, a writer.
I know Judy Blume was. I think she's got a rest area too, I think.
Everybody's getting a rest area.
I'm in a rest area. You would have a mega Dunkin' Donuts.
When you open the door, it goes, Dunkin', 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 Dunkin'. Well, they put Popeyes in there, too. I'm not crazy about Popeyes.
No, I don't like Popeye's chicken.
It's okay, but...
It would have a full RV store and service center.
And play all of Robert's mix.
Church's.
Church's
I don't
Chicken.
think I've never
There's a
had
Church's Chicken right on Springfield Avenue. Never had it?
Yeah.
It's good.
It's a good place to put it too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a Church's Chicken. I've been up there for like,
Yeah, me
on that piece of Springfield Avenue for a while, but there was a Church's Chicken.
fried pork chops. Like shake and bake fried pork chops.
Well, no.
My mother used to make the shake and bake one.
It's probably the same
She's gonna yell at me now.
concept, but I'm terrible at frying things like in oil or in Crisco that you built in, because I splatter stuff all over the place and invariably burn myself to death.
I think you have to have like a.
I've had fried pork chops. I mean, like someone that knows what the hell they're doing. If they're done right, they're
Juicy and
they're
moist.
juicy and
But-
moist on the inside, and they're crunchy on the outside.
My mother always says that pork chops are really hard to cook. You really have to watch them, because if you do overcook them, they get dry,
Yeah.
and it doesn't take all that long.
No.
You kind of have to babysit them.
I like stuffed pork chops.
Yeah, those are good.
I'll get the double cut pork chops, and I'll butterfly them.
Put
And
apples in them.
I take fresh apples, and I slice them up real small and stick them in there, and then season them up and put them in the oven and bake them. But I'm bad with timing, you know. I've gotten a little better about having things come out at the same, like when I'm cooking at the trailer, you know. I mean, you know, our fare is kind of, you know, simple steaks or,
Yeah.
you know.
Well,
But I
it's-
got to make the steaks and either whatever else I'm making, either potatoes or
Every once in a while, he'll
rice.
say, "Well, I want to cook this in the trailer," and maybe it'll be like, you know, fancier than what we normally eat.
Yeah. But I got some real grits. I got to try me some real grits because I don't think I've ever had real grits.
She's got that whole basket of stuff that she
Yeah, I
uses.
know.
I've repurposed that basket. I put some of the stuff that was in the cabinet
Oh yeah.
in the basket, like a storage basket.
Yeah. So I got to bring it. I got to go through it all carefully and read directions and see how you're supposed to make it. Okay, so you egg wash it and roll it in seasoned flour. Do that twice, and then drop it in the flour until it's golden brown.
So
And you
roll
put
the-
butter and cheese in the grits, no sugar. Okay. This guy's gonna run away real quick.
I know, and he's taking this sweet time too.
Butter and now cheddar cheese. Anything with cheddar cheese, I think I could get Sonia to eat.
Don't start hiding stuff in cheddar cheese because I'll still need to know what's underneath it.
Try it, you'll like it.
Well, you got me to like crab and lobster and
Crab and lobster,
Calamari.
calamari.
clam chowder, New England clam chowder.
No, I don't really care for Manhattan clam chowder. It's a little too spicy for my taste. But I love New England clam chowder.
Lobster bisque.
Lobster bisque. But it's got to have a little sherry in it.
We'll have to take him to the lobster house.
We're gonna be there for a weekend.
Yeah, I know. Oh, Natalie and Neil were only there for a weekend too.
Yeah, we made it to the lobster house. Nice place on the water. Good seafood.
Busy, but the service is like amazing.
Yeah, the service is good. They don't take reservations, so you kind of have to. Otherwise, you're going to be sitting there in the bar for an hour.
The best time to go is like right when they open for dinner.
Yeah, like 5 o'clock, 4:30.
Yeah. That way you're not bombarded by mobs trying to get in there. Because cracking open a good old Alaskan king crab leg is always fun to do.
They couldn't fish them this year, right? They said that
Not the quota. Was it
no,
slow?
it wasn't. The number of available, somehow the Alaska Department of Fisheries. Yes, cheddar cheese. Okay. The Alaska Department of Fisheries goes out and does a survey of king crab. I don't know how they did that.
Yeah, I don't know.
And they said that the numbers were down. So they wouldn't let them fish them this year. They had to go and fish golden crab, and they fished
Paradise.
barradie, and there's no red crab this year. probably would have had a
That'll
tough time.
shoot the price up.
Well, you couldn't get it. I mean, you can't get it. They weren't fishing any of it. You know, you can't get it.
Get out of that rut.
Cheddar cheese.
Cheddar, cheddar. Cheddar, cheddar.
Like I said, I've got a bunch of stuff to look through, and
Cheddar, cheddar. Better cheddar than your cheddar better.
it's funny though, because I mean, I've had instant oatmeal in the trailer all year. You know, and finally the other day when we were on I'm gonna have some oatmeal.
There's a bad habit of that, buying stuff and then not eating it.
Yeah. I have something else. Oh, I have tuna fish. She doesn't like tuna fish. And I like it, you know, once in a while. So I have like I think 2 cans of tuna fish that's in the cabinet.
Oh, you know where I saw the pickles in your fridge at home? That's where I saw the pickles.
Yeah, I know we had pickles at home.
I'm like, he's got pickles in there. He hasn't even touched them yet.
Yeah. But that bottle's open in the refrigerator.
I think your most challenging thing.
It's gonna be the King cake mix. Okay.
Why is it like?
I don't even know
It
what
looks
king. I don't even know what king cake is.
You know. But judging by the box, it looks pretty big. I mean, it's flat, but it looks really big. It's the races at 2 o'clock.
Well, we're almost there. Yeah.
Oh no, I was just, my notification came up. That's why.
It's Talladega, so God only knows what's going to happen. You have a crash on lap 2 and there'll be 8 guys left.
Yeah.
Well, I'll definitely go through and look at everything. I have it all packed in a bag and brought it all home. So,
My mom would be very happy with her huge brick of cheddar cheese. It's a cinnamon roll. Oh, okay.
oh! All right. That one challenging. I guess you have to. I mean, I have a couple of like kitchen conveniences I really don't have. Like I don't have an electric mixer, so I have to do everything with a whisk.
You just made me think of a Christmas present for you. An electric mixer. Dun-dun-dun.
Dun-dun-dun.
And you say you don't know that you need anything. Ah! My mother has one of those stand-up KitchenAid mixers that she wanted one year.
Yeah. Has she ever used it?
A couple times, but
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
The problem is that they weigh like 50 pounds. You know? And they're good for, you know, if you want to make bread.
Yeah.
Or if you want to like,
She would
you
use
make
it
a
to, like,
really
make a cake
big
or
cake.
something. Yeah.
You know? I've never really had the urge to make bread.
Supposedly there's a really easy way to make bread without having to wait for like wait for the dough to rise and blah blah blah.
Well, you have to put yeast in it, so you have to.
I guess use the quick rise yeast, right?
I guess you can, but still, you still have to let it sit. You have it ride. You have to knead it. A whisk would work fine. Okay.
Rascally Wabbit whiskey. Hello, Parkway. We haven't seen you in 2 weeks.
Not true.
We
We're on here on
Oh, that's right. Yes, right.
yesterday. Just haven't eaten this direction of it.
Rascally Wabbit.
The trick on a bench, I know what it is, I just can't say it. I found is not get the oil too hot, they fry really quick. They're like French Zeppels.
Oh, Zeppelins.
Zeppelins. But I can't say it. Bayonets. It's one of those words that just won't come out of my mouth. So,
Kind of like Duncan Davidovich.
yes, Duncan Davidovich. The Russian version of Dunkin' Donuts.
Duncan Davidovich.
Dunkin' Davidovich.
Why are we doing 10 below the speed limit?
Beignet. Thank you. And I want to try. I see there's a hush puppies mix in there. I want to try making some hush puppies. I've never had them. Heard all about them. Made famous in Smokey and the Bandit.
Isn't that just like potato?
I don't know what they are. $3.15?
315.
No, it's gonna be $3.75.
315. I forgot this be mobbed.
Although the gas in that service, those two service areas are the cheapest around.
Yeah, I know, which is really weird.
No, it's cornbread rolled and fried.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Your battery life is low. Why
My
is it?
phone's dying.
Why is it dying?
I It wasn't fully charged when I woke up this morning either.
Oh.
Alright, peeps, gotta go. My phone's dying. See you tomorrow night after Bob and Sue. Thanks for hanging out.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.